Eyes wide open, eyes wide shut, mouth closed, eyes open. The Beatles, yeah man, it's all in there. You know, the devil's in the details, the clues are there. You look closely, they give you John, Paul, George, Ringo. They mix the order up, because if you do it like John, Ringo, Paul, George, you get JR, PG, JR Ewing, PG Tips, yeah? You know where I'm going with this?
No.
JR Ewing, Dallas Oil, PG Tips, Tea, Texas Tea's oil, black gold, yeah? You know, black gold, black ops. I'm not talking about the stuff they used to make Guinness. I'm talking about the Beatles were a code word for the oil industry. You know, and if you look at, like, when the Beatles were around, they were like, they're on the wall, I don't know if you can see with the camera, got the yin and the yang up there, yeah. And the Beatle were the yang, the happy side, the light side to the yin of the Vietnamese War, and they coexisted. Basically, you could not have the Vietnam War without the Beatles, and vice versa. It's all there, the evidence is there. You know, I could sit and show you documentary evidence and it'd blow your socks off, mate. And it's probably better that, you know, because I mean, even socks, you know, it's another control technique. Because what they make socks, you know, in the old days it wasn't, you just wore, you know, foot covering, it doesn't really matter, whatever, just something to keep the crap off your feet so you're not standing on nails and stones. And all of a sudden they introduced socks, like a barrier between your foot and the, you know, your shoe or your trainer or your whatever. So what's the importance of the sock?
What, so you reckon socks are a conspiracy?
Hey mate, I don't reckon. I know. I can look. Right, you put socks on.
Yeah, I've got socks on. Yeah.
How do they stay up?
Elasticated tops.
Elasticated tops, exactly. So what do the elasticated tops do?
Keep your socks up.
No, they oppress the circulation to your feet, to and from. Because basically what it's doing is restricting your blood flow. They get everybody in the world to wear socks. The blood flow is restricted by about 36%, they've proved. It's going through your heart slower, it's feeding less oxygenated blood to your brain, and it makes people more manipulable.
Manipulable?
Manipulable, yeah. See, the thing is, like, I've got socks on, but if you notice, I've taken the elastic off, which is why they fell down. It's simple economics, it's survival. I know, but if I started walking around without socks on, people are going to look at me and think, why is he not wearing socks? He's a crackpot. And then it just takes one person to report me, and they come in and think he's not wearing socks, he's on to us. And they'll hoist me in, you know, on the pretext of being mad, or I'm going to, you know, stalk Anne Robinson or something.
Who do
you think?
I don't know.
All the people in the helicopters, all the guys who are watching us, all the guys who are on your phones, your tellies, your computers, you know, even like your sportswear, your football shirts and all this stuff. What? You know, you see everyone walking around wearing sportswear, like football kits, and they've got the logos. They're like free advertising billboards for these corporations. So they're actually the slaves, the muppets, for the people out there, the ones at the top, to go, I'll tell you what, we get all these muppets to buy our products and advertise for us for free. And in the process, you know, every year they think, oh well, let's sell them another one, So people are paying for the exclusivity. You see, there you go. I've said a keyword. You see, you've got my detector there, do you hear that?
Yeah.
I've got a detector there every time I say a keyword. I've got things on all the doors, and it checks if there's a signal coming in that's trying to receive and trying to extract any information. And this decodes it and scrambles it. Everything's about scrambling. I've not had a fried egg for about 12 years. Yeah, I'll tell you the football thing. I'll show you something now, very interesting. Like, you know, these, you get the logo like Nike, Adidas, and all these, you know, all these fangled stuff.
Yeah.
These are embroidered, they're raised It's not like a flat print.
Mm.
And do you know why they're raised? Because they've got microchips in there. They're clocking everything you do and say. And it's a frequency jammer thing. The only way you could get by it, look, I mean, they can tell me, they can pinpoint me to this couch. They can even tell me which side of the couch I'm on.
Mm.
You know, if I'm on one side and me little friend here, Rhino, I call him Neil, Rhino Neil. He's a little mate of mine, but you know, it's about the only person I can trust to talk to straight. Right, you know.
Do you know what he's not got?
Don't you worry, Rhino's he's been made by people I trust. Me.
Oh, what, you made that yourself, did you?
I made that myself. I mixed the paint myself. I crushed the Beatles myself. Not them Beatles.
Yeah.
You see, you add an S onto the Beatles, what you get? Beatless. So what does that tell you?
Less
Music, beatless.
Beatless music.
Yeah, beatless music.
And what relevance has that got to anything?
Well, it's got all the relevance in the world, because if you looked at where did they go? They went off to see the Maharishi, Yogi.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how they could bear him, but they all of a sudden went into a psychedelic thing. And what's the basis of psychedelic music? It's no drum. It's just, you know, it's a flow. It's a continuation.
Drugs.
No, the psychedelic music is based in an ebb and flow of rhythm, like a wave. There's no drum, there's no beat, it's beatless. So this was all pre-organised. You know, the Beatles went to Germany doing these gigs on the pretext of becoming the biggest band in the world. We're bigger than Jesus.
Mm.
And he was bigger than Jesus, John Lennon.
Mm.
They've done tests. They reckon Jesus was about 5'9" and John Lennon was about 5'11". And even though he wore Jesus sandals without socks, I'll have you know. The thing is, they went to Germany, and the drug scene in Germany was crap. You know, you can't have like a Maharishi, you know, shouting out and you know, "Das ist what I am going to tell you" sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not cool. And you know, the flowing robes and that, they're into tight stuff and tunics and things. So they thought, sack that, we'll go to America, talk a load of crap to them. And you know, obviously they get in there, they get the nails into them, the bones into them. And in the end someone goes, let's go and see some long bearded geezers. So they tried ZZ Top, but they weren't very much into, you know, guru things. They were just spinning guitars. They were like basic hippies. So they went over to India, and that's, you know, the Beatles thing came from. But you know, Mark Chapman, the Catcher in the Rye.
Mark Chapman, who shot John Lennon?
Yeah. Where do you think he came from? Just some local nutter from the uni?
Yeah.
No man, he was government ops. He was set there. He thought, these Beatles, you know, there's a...
What, you reckon John Lennon's assassination was...
politically motivated? Of course it was.
By who?
By, well, if I told you that now, we wouldn't get out of this building alive, mate.
But I mean,
believe
he'd been given American citizenship.
Sorry?
He'd been given American citizenship.
Well, of course he had. We'll make him feel comfortable there, relax, you know, drop your guard. It got him to marry, you know, one of the Yellow Army, didn't they?
The Yellow Army?
Well, Yoko no. And they're all deflections. There's loads of clones and droids out there. There's the likes of Simon Cowell and stuff like that. They're the leeches and the vultures and the... You know, remember V?
Mm.
They're like the V of the pop industry, the music world, the media, the entertainment. You know, you got Bill Gates, who's running the Microsoft Corporation. And you know, where do you want to go? You look at anybody who's high profile, who's in the papers.
Hang on, you put in Simon Cowell and Bill Gates in the same sentence there. I don't get the connection between the two.
Well, all will be revealed. You know, I can't say too much. You've got to watch.
Bill Gates. Bill Gates isn't. I mean, is he in the conspiracy theory world?
Is he in it?
Yeah.
He's one of the top operatives, mate. You know, you see him round the table. I tell you what, he's not making the tea.
Yeah, well, he's a multi-billion.
Well, of course he is.
Who's developed his own company and is the boss.
I tell you what, you don't get any of these guys living in tin pot sheds no more. You know, they don't like that. They're
Of course you don't, because they're rich men, so they don't.
Well, of course they are, but in the old days, you know, they had secret ops and all sorts of stuff going on. But nowadays, it's out in the open and sort of saying.
Rich men have always lived in big houses.
No, not always, man. Not always. Not these people. These are more than just rich men. These are rich manipulators. These are a different race. These have come from somewhere else.
I mean, Bill Gates, I agree, does look like he comes from somewhere else.
Well, they are. You know, there's this. You know, David Icke and his reptilian theory, which is you know, I brought the rhino into the equation because it goes back to the prehistoric basis of the planet. You know, this is from this. If I can turn in the rhino into some form of protest symbol, we can actually expose these reptiles amongst us.
What? So that's going to be your logo?
Well, that's a start. It's a bit big, you know what I mean. It was going to be like a pin badge or something. Imagine that on your shirt. They'd be dragging you in just for being stupid, wouldn't they? But yeah, I mean, all these guys. You know, you see the adverts on TV. It's war. You know, famine, starvation, death, racism, anger, hatred, murder, killing, and then all the shows are about violence and trouble and psychosis and schizophrenia and mental illness and murderers and disharmony and child abuse, and you know, all like soap operas are all about that sort of thing. And then in the meantime, you've got people who are washing the pots and smiling their tits off like they've had some really good Valium. You know, oh, this is the world, there's your show, there's your show. Oh, buy this and you'll get like that. Wear this and you'll do that. Eat here and you'll have that. Throw this crap down your neck and you'll live like that. So people are sat there just, you know, they're being spoon-fed all this bollocks. And
so you're saying the program makers make the miserable programs so that they can sell happy products?
Well, of course. I mean, it's not even about the programs anymore. You know, you look at it and go, oh, this latest series of Bullshit Abbey costs us like £3 million. The adverts in between cost £6 million to make. There's people are actually looking forward to the adverts more now.
They cost £6 million to make?
Yeah, they cost £6 million to make.
What,
do you know how much it costs to train a fucking meerkat? You know, like they've got, you know, it started off as a Compare the Market or whatever it was called. And it's about selling insurance and stuff like that. It was nothing to do with that. You know, they get the meerkats in there. And, you know, they're like, do you remember in the Second World War when they used to use the dolphins to like swim under and plant bombs on the boats? These are the meerkats to sort of, you know, like you're in the House of Representatives having a meeting and a couple of meerkats mooching about. You're not like, oh God, it's a meerkat. They don't know, because they're alright, they're from, you know, from some little obscure little Russian place. Fucking meerkats planting shit all over the place. The only thing is they can't get them to ring in the coded warnings properly yet.
I'm going to say, but them meerkats are just animations. They're not really
daft, mate, animations. If you believe anything, wouldn't they? You know, oh look, here we go, CGI 3D, go wear these glasses at the cinema. It obscures your reality. I mean, you know, you're going along and believing what all the crap is that they're telling you.
But, yeah, but I mean, but they are animations. There is actually a company that makes those.
They make a program to make you think it looks like animation. Do you remember Total Recall? There was a spike through Arnie's head from there to there. It had to be a massive spike because he's got enormous head, hasn't he? Big Swede. No, he's not Swede, is he? Austrian. But it didn't happen. Obviously, they didn't stick a spike through Arnie's head. But everyone thought at the time, they were going, oh God, they've killed Arnold Schwarzenegger just for the process of making a film. And then afterwards, he got I think he got an Oscar for that, did he? Did he get an Oscar for Total Recall? I'm sure he did.
I mean, I never thought that. Or...
Yeah, I know, but most people did. I mean, your eyes are a bit more wide open.
Most people didn't.
Oh, of course they did.
Have you got any statistics on that? Have you got any?
Oh man, I don't deal with statistics because all they do is they use them against you, and they've got better statisticians than me. I've got me and a 1 gig laptop. They've got MSI or whatever it's called, MIT.
Well, they have actual sort of access to statistics. Where they've actually asked real people questions and got statistics back. You just sort of sit in your front room making stuff up, from what I can see.
I don't make anything up. I get a woman in to come and make it up for me. She made that bed up the other day. It was gorgeous. Do you mean like fabrication?
Fantasy is more the word I was thinking.
No man, I mean, this is what they want you to believe. There's a small core of people out like me who know the truth. And it's a lot easier to knock us and say he's a loony, he's a crackpot, he's a weirdo, and you know, check his teeth, he's probably got them all with metal filings and stuff. That's not down to me, that's the dentist.
But you know, most of the time that proves to be the truth.
What truth? You tell me about truth. Truth's a 5-letter word base.
Just making this series, I've been talking to a few theorists, conspiracy theorists.
Well, there you go.
And to be quite honest, none of them seem to have a handle on reality.
Why though? I mean, look at the negative connotation in the name. Conspiracy, cons and piracy. So they're on about people, prison and piracy, people who are like downloading, pornos and stuff illegally. But cons, piracy, theory. And the government say, we're telling you this, that and the other, ultimate truth. We're going to drop this, we're going to raise that, we're going to clear that up, we're going to tidy that, we're going to move that over there, we're going to put that in the corner, we're going to save that for a rainy day, and we're all going to Belgium for a month. That's the government, and you go, hey, wait a minute, you've been here 4 years, and I'm paying even more money out of my arse here, and I'm ratted. There's the government's truth for you. Yet I'm telling you the ultimate, honest, what's going on, beneath the actual level of society, and that's a theory, a conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Yeah, a conspiracy.
I still don't get it.
Well, we're designed, we're programmed not to get it. What's the last LP you bought?
Huh?
What's the last LP you bought?
Dark Side of the Moon. No.
What's the last CD you bought?
Commander Cody in the Lost Planet M.
You see, I'll ask some people, I say, what was the last one you bought? And they go, like, for example, Dark Side of the Moon. What was the last CD you bought? Dark Side of the Moon. And what's the next one? What's the last Blu-ray you bought? Dark Side of the Moon. They're getting people on a mental treadmill of technology. They go, we've got this for you, it's wonderful, it can't be beat, it's great, it's fantastic. Get everything you need now. And you fill up and you fill your life with this stuff. And all of a sudden they go, actually, bin that. Your life is meaningless, it's crap, get rid of it, throw your Commander Cody DVDs away. We've got another technology for you now. What was wrong with vinyl?
Nothing.
Apart from harming the planet and all that crap to tell you.
Yeah, we're throwing it away anyway, so.
Well, it's perfect for throwing away, and it's like a discus. I mean, there's obviously
it's
not
a byproduct of the oil industry vinyl.
Well, it was as well, but why do you think the Beatles were so interested in selling records? The more records they're selling, the more oil's having to be extracted to make the bloody discs.
Well, but vinyl was like, they did other things to the oil to petrol, and vinyl was something that was sort of left on the side, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, even looking at the words, the vaginal, vinyl, vaginal, you see where I'm going?
No.
Well, where did vinyl come from? Out of thin air, you talk about people plucking things from thin air. Vinyl, AG, the vinyl and the AG, the vaginal, and the AG
Probably
is the gold filament. But look at the basis of a record. It's a whole complete circle, a being, of a complete entity with a hole in the middle. It's Mother Earth. The record, the vaginal vinyl, is Mother Earth. It's done the same with a CD, but it's a gold mother. You know what I'm talking about? And now where do they go? It's going digital. So they've actually taken Mother Earth, Mother Nature from us through the media of music, technology. So they're actually extracting the concept of nature from us. They build these big glass and concrete cities for us. No nature, no grass. Here, take this pill, it's got 20% oxygen. That'll come next. You watch them at the Olympics.
What?
Well, a man can't run 100 yards down a piece of track without having a special drink first. You watch them all. He's running 100 yards, 10 seconds, surely he could wait for a drink, no chance. They have to have this to go. That's what people are being programmed to do, all this rubbish, it's doing me head in.